This is Literature Hub 247, your favorite platform on YouTube. We are still on that interesting novel titled Part of Lucas, written by Susanne Bellefeuille. The novel is subtitled The Journey He Endured. This is chapter 9 of the novel. We've earlier discussed the plot summary as well as chapters 1 to 8 of this novel on this channel, so you can request for the link to any of the videos and it will be sent to you. You are welcome to the classroom. In the last chapter, there was an agreement between Luca and Isabel that Luca is coming to pick her up. You remember, they saw each other at Mr. Thomas' house. Let's now see what happens here. Lucas finishes his work on the farm quickly to freshen up to pick up Isabel. He is the only one at home, so the home is quiet. He makes sure that his car is clean and shines. When Luca arrives at Isabel's house, she's just coming out. He parks his car and greets her with a kiss on her cheek. Isabel is happy to be with Lucas again. She thanks him as he opens the car door for her. Being with him in the car is a dream come true for Isabel. Lucas asks Isabel as she enters the car to drive on if she has somewhere in mind she wants to go. She says wherever he chooses, but she should get back home before dark. He suggests going to their house, and Isabel asks him if it is proper to go to his house when his parents are not at home. You see, what she says there is sensible as a responsible girl. Lucas' parents are not at home. She's now asking him, is it proper for her to go there when the parents are not around? Let's continue. Lucas responds that it is fine as his parents care about her and that they will have the opportunity to discuss privately instead of going to a restaurant. They agree on that, and Lucas drives towards their house. He asks Isabel on the way about her job where Mr. Thomas lives for a month. Mr. Thomas is planning to leave the farm for a month. So he's now asking her how is she going to cope or what will she be doing. She explains that the man paid her a month in advance for the upkeep of his house. She says Mr. Thomas is kind and a blessing in her life and will miss him when he eventually moves to the city. Lucas tells her that the man likes her cooking. Lucas parks the car near the house and they agree to sit under the oak tree. Isabel enjoys sitting under the oak tree. She declines the offer of drinks and says she wants to sit under the tree forever. Lucas continually stares at Isabel. He knows that without her, his life is incomplete. He then apologizes about the issue that nearly put them apart. He says he doesn't need to know her past or her family. He just wants to be with her. Lucas doesn't want any problem with her again. That is why he's saying this. Isabel responds that she doesn't want to talk to Lucas because of a terrible childhood she experienced. She says she still has a hard time talking about it. That is, she doesn't like talking about it. It's not convenient for her to be talking about her childhood experiences. Lucas says he doesn't have to talk about it anymore because he doesn't want her to experience any pain. He just wants her to be his girlfriend again. Lucas draws closer to her and gives her a long-lasting kiss. Isabel enjoys and feels Lucas in her body. Isabel suddenly stops when she remembers their earlier disagreements. She tells Lucas that she has many things to tell him about her family. Lucas replies that she doesn't have to and that she is the one he wants and not her family. He says he doesn't want to hurt her again. Despite several appeals from Lucas not to, she insists on telling him about her past and her family. She says she doesn't want anything, even her family, to stand in their way. That is, she doesn't want anything that will stop them from getting married, from being together forever. Isabel finally opens up and tells Lucas about herself. She says she was abused emotionally and physically when she was a small child by her father and mother respectively. That means that her father abused her emotionally while her mother abused her physically. She explains further that her father abused her emotionally from the age of 7 and her mother till last spring. Lucas holds her tightly in his arms and wonders why a parent can abuse a beautiful girl. Lucas consoles her that he will stand by her as he has understood her reaction last summer. She begs him not to hate her. She begs him not to hate her family, that is because of what he heard about them. So she's now begging Lucas not to hate her family. Lucas promises not to hate his parents, but inside him, he has some negative feelings towards them for maltreating the love of his life. Isabel continues that her father was a drunkard. He abuses her when drunk, but hasn't abused her for some years now since he has stopped drinking. So it is when the man is drunk that he normally abuses Isabel. She said he stopped drinking when he got eczema, which weakened him and cannot walk much. That's why she works to buy food for her siblings. Lucas feels for Isabel and asks whether her mother still beats her. She replies that the last time her mother beat her was last spring when he picked her up and was upset. You remember that the day that Lucas went to pick her up, that Isabel was feeling somehow. But Lucas was asking her that day. She didn't say anything. So this is now. She explained further, responding to Lucas' question, that it's because she didn't give them a complete pay from Mr. Thomas. She says she bought a fine jacket from Julia from the pay and her mother beat her for it. This made her upset and scared. She had that the disagreement she had with Lucas that day pained her most. So in the same day she had the disagreement with Lucas. Lucas apologizes again for what happened that day and promises his love for her forever. She also promises to be his girlfriend with tears of joy on her face. Isabel tells Lucas that their discourse should be between the two of them. He should not tell his parents or anyone. Lucas swears not to reveal it to anybody. He inquires about her abuse. Isabel wishes to free her mind from the bondage and wants Lucas to be part of her healing. Hence, she opens up. She replies to Lucas' questions that her parents abused Franz also, but not the younger ones. She says the two of them try to protect her younger siblings. She says it's part of the reason Franz went back to Quebec City and doesn't like living in the country. Isabel begs Lucas again not to hate her family. He replies that he has to respect her wishes, though her parents treat her badly. She thanks him and kisses him on the cheek. Lucas looks at his wristwatch and tells Isabel that it's time to take her home as promised. He stands up, gets her up, and they embrace. She thanks him for not giving up on her. Lucas also says it's surprising that they get themselves back through Mr. Thomas. He promises to always be there for her henceforth. They walk to the car and Lucas takes her home. So that is chapter 9 of this interesting novel part of Lucas. As I said earlier, we've already reviewed the plot summary as well as chapters 1 to 8 of this novel. You can request for the link to this to the previous videos on this novel and the link will be sent to you. Like this video, you are free to share it on any social media platform. Invite your friends and colleagues to join us. If you are a first timer on this channel, try and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you'll be part of the class. And whenever any video is produced, you are going to be notified. Let's meet in the next class. Thank you and God bless.